Niners! I'm still singing, of course I'm still singing. Singing, ooh la la, ooh la la, yeah, yeah, ooh la la. You know what I'm singing today? This is a very special 16th Sunday. We didn't even play it, we made gains. Ooh, ooh, add to that. I couldn't get enough. I'm going to go back and watch those games again. Both the Rams and the Seahawks got the living daylights beat out of them. Oh, God, what a rush. Gene, is GD here? I'm sure that maniac Everett's in here, too. You guys kill me. Hey, I got hats off to you guys. You guys have got absolutely no shame. I mean, you don't care. You get your brains beat out and you still show up. I got to love you for that. Bam! Boom! All you did the whole game. Bam! Boom! Explosions going all over the team. Rams, Hawks getting spread out like. You know what though? Maybe I should pump the brakes on all this laughter. We have to deal with Lamar Jackson and company. And but by the way, I almost felt sorry for the Hawks at one point. It got nasty out there. They didn't have a prayer. 49 Brian! Hey, 49 Brian says, let me be to you first to say I told you C-Trash would get a beat down and I G and a D. Brian, hey, I think we all thought they were going to beat, but not total annihilation. That was just ridiculous. Okay, so I got a better feeling. You know, hey, family, you're watching this game now. The fact of the matter is, I was very ashamed of the 49ers after that last game. You know, the way they're handling, they've regrouped. They're not the same. And I was worried about Mixon. I said, if Mixon's had crap games every week this year. If he goes out there, I think Mixon's doing fine. They're beating up on the Bills, something terrible. I mean, the score is not really indicative of what's really going on out there. Jamar Chase is still wrong. Okay. Anyway, fam, bring on Week 10. The Niners weren't hurt during the bye week as far as the NFC West standings are concerned. Both the Hawks and Scams failed in their efforts to gain on San Francisco. Meanwhile, the only bad thing, but fam, dim boys. You know, if we want them to lose that game, they wouldn't have. I didn't really, I had mixed feelings about, like most of us. You're watching that game. And God knows there's probably not a moment in your life that you've really appreciated watching the Cowboys win a game. Hell, you just can't root for them even. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, come on, Cowboys, man. Because if they give up 8-1, it's going to be put them out of reach. Cowboys went ahead and did it. But the Cowboys put themselves in an unfavorable playoff seeding situation now. Philly is currently that carrot that everybody that's in contention will be chasing. 8-1. Fam, we got 3 games to catch up and 4 to pass them between now and the time we play them. Oh, at least between 3 games we got to catch. They're not going to. Okay, maybe do you see the Eagles losing 3 games between now and the time we play them? Damn it! Cowboys! May you rot it! Anyway, tonight going to the phones to talk 49ers football in this bye week. For your take on the Niners' midseason situation after today's NFL Week 9 results. Oh, by the way, fam, good news, though. You know, because next week, Debo, Trent, Samuel Womack III, they'll be back. Isaiah Oliver's got to go. I mean, he doesn't have to go, but, I mean, he's going to have to be played a little less. I need Womack in there with the quickness in there to deal with that slot. And there's also the fact that we got some players coming off the injury list, too. I don't know if they're going to be contribute, but you look at names like Danny Gray. Maybe. Danny Gray, though, he's really a special case. Now, maybe he shouldn't come in until we absolutely need him, because Danny Gray's only got 1 play in him before he gets hurt and taken out for a month or 2. Also, defensive lineman Robert Beal. Although, poor Robert, man, he comes back after he picked up a monster. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get. That's going to come in and beat Drake out. Daryl Luter Jr. Hey, Charles, Daniel Luter Jr. might be back. And can any of these guys contribute is the question, though, right now. The 123-76 Cardinals, Rams, and Seahawks combined for 6 points. And JD was in there talking trash. It's even more funny. Gene, I thought you thought my quarterback was, below par, was garbage. Called him all kind of things that his mama wouldn't appreciate. Now look at you. Look at you. Oh, man. Hey, quick event, let me go through this. While the Niners had that bye week, as you know, they managed to climb back into the NFC West, top of the West standings. The Hawks fell to 5-3 for the season after 37-3 loss to the Ravens. The Niners own the tiebreaker advantage against the Hawks because of a better divisional record, 2-0 compared to 1-1. Stop that Hawks party. The Emerald City, turn the lights out. It's over. You know what? We're going to play these guys on Thanksgiving Day. I can't wait. And we should be lit. Because the 49ers have a thing about getting beat up and coming back from a beating and just tearing things apart. Okay. But because we bumbled up 3 in a row, we should have just lost. We should be 6-2. Damn it, Niners. I'm just talking about that Browns game. But the Niners have a solid challenge coming up next weekend, fam, against the Jags. They are no joke. They are legit. 2 weeks later, as I mentioned, Thanksgiving Day, it's time for the Hawks. The Niners will meet up in Seattle. At Lumen Field, they'll face each other again in Week 14, but it'll be in Levi. Head-to-head contests being the primary tiebreaker is really the important reason. The only reason I mention this is because these games could have significant impact in determining who's going to win the NFC West, provided, of course, the Hawks don't slip up and mess up next week against whoever they play. With the Niners on their bye week, every other NFC team suffered a loss. The Packers beat the Rams to death, as I mentioned. The Browns shut the Cardinals completely out, but as Jalen always says, they're irrelevant. They don't really matter. The NFC West was outscored 84-6. See, it shows the show. When we're not playing, there is no NFC West. Gene, Jimmy Everett. See, y'all don't represent. You do not. Right? Current division standings are as follows: 49ers 5-3, Seahawks 5-3, Rams 3-6, Cardinals are 1-8. Fam, you know what I want to look at real quick here before we go to the phones. Let's see, get rid of that. And get rid of that. I wouldn't need that one. Okay. As I'm looking at, the Eagles 8-1. The standings. The Cowboys are 5-3, but we got the tiebreaker with them already. Commanders are 4-5. They're not in it. Giants. Did you see the Raiders today? The Raiders couldn't wait for McDaniels and Jimmy G to sit down. They went buck wild on the Giants. Anyway, we're 5-3. Hawks 5-3. I just mentioned that. All right. NFC North. Fam, here's what I'm concerned about. The Lions have proven they have to be taken seriously. Now, people are making jokes around the league about the Lions. I'm not. And I didn't do it last year either. I've been watching that team grow, and I could very clearly see there's some changes going on in Detroit that could be dangerous. I didn't want them last year in any round of the playoffs. Fortunately, they got eliminated. But you know what? Keep an eye on that team, fam, because right now they're seated above us. If the playoffs will start tomorrow, and then the Vikings are coming on, and you see what they did to us. The 49er defense has to come back to some semblance of what they were before they turned to poo-poo. And by the way, honestly, the 49ers defense didn't look as bad points-wise, but they just spent too much time out on the field. The offense couldn't get operational. And then again, we've got Trent Williams out and Debo, and apparently we've learned how important they really are to the 49ers offensive machine. Packers and Bears, no thing. The Saints, it's hard to take the Saints too seriously yet. I don't know. They're 5-4. The Falcons can still take that division. It's kind of a heartbreaking loss to the Falcons today. Did you guys lose to the Buccaneers? No, you lost to was that the Saints? Anyway, Anyway, fam, that's the let me one thing else I want to look here. Yeah. Oh, that Saints beat the Bears. Falcons lost to the Vikings. See, it was close though. Not like us. So the Falcons are still, yeah. And meanwhile, them boys haven't beat a team over 500 again. I thought they were going to be better. I really did. I'm surprised. So I don't mind playing the Cowboys. We might end up seeing them in the first round. You know how bad they're going to be. Evan, come on in.
Ronbo,
Evan. Well, Evan,
what's
here,
happening?
NFC West weekend was pretty comical. Evan, 6 points between every team in NFC West while we were out. So I need to believe that we're not going to have to be bothered with them. There's some other concerns though in the NFC West. I'm not NFC West, but NFC period though, Evan. I mean, your synopsis on what's going to happen going forward. What do you anticipate?
Well, this is as good as a win for a bye week as it gets. We got all the teams besides the Eagles that we needed to lose, and the Eagles and Seattle, they have a pretty easy schedule remaining besides the Seahawks when they play us twice.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Philly, they're just going to play the NFC West or NFC East basically, and I think they played the Seahawks in between there somewhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty easy schedule. And I think the Cowboys do as well because they got pretty much the AFC East. They got to play the Eagles again, but other than that, I think they're playing all
I saw
inferior teams.
Did you? Because I saw the Cowboys schedule. It doesn't look like it's going to be a cakewalk, though. I don't know why I thought that when I looked at it.
They have the Giants. They have the Commanders.
Yeah, they got the Giants this week. Commanders got rid of.
They got a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah. I guess I must have looked at it a few days ago or something before they got rid of their two edge rushers. Yeah. Whereas we got a job to do. We've got to go through the Jaguars. You got to do the Hawks twice. There's a couple other teams in there
Eagles.
to be involved. Yeah.
Eagles, Tampa Bay, Commanders. I think those are winnable.
Yeah, they're all winnable if we come with that defense.
I think we match up well against the Jags. I just have a feeling our team matches up well against them.
I hope you're right. I just looked at them and I said, the Jaguars, I guess they have to be taken seriously at this point. Maybe not though. We'll see.
No, they have a legit team, but I just, this league's all about matchups, Ronbo, and I just think we match up well. Yeah.
I agree. I just need Trent Williams back and I'll feel good.
Yeah, there's no word on him yet, huh?
No, Kyle said he thought he might have been a go last week, but then he changed his mind. So I'm glad he did that. And if Trent's going to heal up thoroughly between now and Jaguars time, I'm fine with that. I really am.
Yeah. I feel like they might have, they could have done the same thing with Brock if,
Yeah.
They're going to give Trent another week. Brock was coming off that concussion on a short week.
He got a head slam again. Oh.
Yeah, at least we could have seen what, Darnold had, if anything happens. But
and in case we need him, because, Brock's, he does get in the line of fire a lot. And you got McKivitz over there.
Yeah.
That door's open all the time for some kind of assassination. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Banks is going to be out for a couple weeks, and that's
we picked up another guy though. That's Brunskill-like. I meant to look into him.
Oh yeah, the Dolphins player.
Yeah.
The ex-Dolphin. Yeah, he's not bad.
We got Feliciano. Is his name Feliciano? It's Felice or Feliciano?
Yeah, Feliciano. He's decent. I don't know why he hasn't been in more. Honestly, I feel like he might be better than Burford, but. Maybe they want to give Burford the experience.
Yeah, that's it. The 49ers, they just want to get the kids up to speed. So we're going to find out.
Yeah. I wish they, I know Brock's not an investment at this point, but I wish they would protect him a little more because, he is undersized and He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's out there chucking and ducking, before he gets laid out by these big monsters,
And he's taken some tremendous hits this year already. That one that blasted
Yeah.
him to the ground and bumped his head. I said, oh, I didn't even know about that one. I didn't see that one. Big Show showed me.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that one happened, against Cincy, and then that head-on collision, and when he was going for the QB sneak against the Vikings, that was a pretty nasty collision as well.
I'm telling you, offensive lineman next year in draft. Offensive lineman, please, Niners. Stop with the defensive lineman. We got plenty of those. We could have picked up Lavelle. What's that guy's name that plays for the Bills? Lavelle what? Joseph? He was sitting at home, not doing anything, but eating and getting fat. Did you see what he did to Burrow in this game?
Yeah, there was a couple of guys like that.
We could have used him.
We're just sitting around. Yeah.
Damn. But anyway,
well. Yeah.
We'll be fine.
We got the guys who we got, so let's just see if they can make a run. But I don't think we're going to get the number 1 seed at this point. We might as well just,
Well, you know what? And we're not
focused on.
I'm with Evan. I don't. We're not. All we can hope for is to stay out of the wild card situation, and just have to play.
Yeah.
2 games on the
maybe
road.
2 or 3 seed. Yeah, because I'm thinking it's going to be Dallas and Detroit 1 and 2, and then we're going to have to play probably Detroit or possibly like a Minnesota or something.
Oh.
Or Dallas.
Because the 8 seeds do
Dallas
end up being
there.
that, don't they?
Yeah.
We got to stay. We got to stay in the top 3 or top 4, top 3.
Yeah, exactly. Top four. Because if we go to the 8th, that's going to be against Philly, whoever's in the 8th.
And you're on the road all day, every day.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So
Well,
we'll see. We'll see what happens. It looks like Jalen Hurts might have something going on with his knee. That's why he hasn't been taking off and running. So
yeah, he came out of the game and came back and played better football. Some of these guys that pretend they're hurt, I think he's faking. Anyway,
he did the same thing last year. I was about to say.
Yeah, right.
You know who's notorious for that is Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
He
is the king of that.
He loves to milk it. Like, everyone, look how hurt I am, but then I come out and ball. I think he, like you said, he just fakes it to get the attention.
And see if the other team will lay back. And again, in the Super Bowl, he's sprinting down the field. He was hurt, right? I've never seen Patrick Mahomes run that fast and hard.
When he had the ankle injury, and then he was running all over the place. Yeah.
Evan, we're gonna go. I tell you what, I'm gonna be back tomorrow.
All right,
I think we got a press conference
Sounds
tomorrow.
good.
See what Kyle's talking about. Appreciate you, fam.
All right,
Evan.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for the platform.
man.
Have a good night, and shout out to Ellis and Tony Down Under, and the usual guys.
And also, let's just add to that the Jim Everett and Gene D.
Jim Everett, Gene D, Ramelia, who's the other guy, Texas boy.
Bunch of comedians. They're not here. I'll see you tomorrow, fam.
All right, have a good night.
Robert Stafford says Eagles schedule at Kansas City, right? Versus Bills. Yeah, their road to continue at this pace is not easy. I had them mixed up between the Cowboys and Eagles. I'm not worried about the Cowboys because the Cowboys have something wrong with them. Hey, Serge.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? Can you hear me?
Serge, I can hear you, man. You're outside somewhere.
I'm actually driving right now. Hold on, let me put on my Bluetooth.
All right. Then we'll be listening.
My earbuds instead.
Yeah. Your earbuds are better at our job. Bluetooth is going to be worse. All right. You might roll your window up, though. That might help.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Is it better?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
I'm just heading home from work, so.
All right.
But I've been watching the scores from all these games that happened this week, and I'm glad the Seahawks lost. The Rams, whatever. I'm glad the Seahawks lost. Man, the Cowboys almost had the Eagles, though.
I know, close. Damn it.
They had two chances to win the game in the fourth quarter, at the end of the fourth quarter, and they stepped out of bounds. Dak
stepped out of bounds
to score the winning touchdown, and then the other one was
dropped
right
the
on
knee
the goal
too
line,
early.
His knees Yeah.
That's 14 points.
But yeah, it was a good game. They have a chance to beat them next game because they'll play in Dallas.
but Serge, how do we played Dallas in Dallas? It doesn't matter. That's just what the Cowboys do. And as Stephen A. Smith,
Yeah.
just be patient. Just be patient. I laughed when
It's
Stephen A.
all,
said that. It's true.
I was, even
Stephen A.
though
laughed.
even though I don't want any of those two to win, it's
What
so
about
funny
Detroit?
to see the Cowboys lose.
Ah, God.
Oh, that too.
I'm more concerned about
Yeah, but
Detroit than
I
I
was
am with the
also-
Cowboys.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't care about the Cowboys. I wish we played them in the playoffs.
We won't. That's
I'll have
asking
my
for too much.
popcorn ready.
I want Detroit to have to play. Well, it's too early to make the seeding though. But yeah.
Yeah. And then I was also looking at the Eagles' schedule the next 3 games. There's a possibility they might lose 3 straight. Because they're playing the Chiefs next.
Kansas City's got to stop. They're in a funk, actually. Miami's overrated, aren't they? Serge, you know what?
I think so.
Miami's got to. They can't play against tough defense. They really can't.
No.
I thought they were better.
But the Eagles might lose against the Chiefs next week, and then they got Buffalo after that.
And Buffalo's
There's a
all
chance
pissed
they
off
might
about
lose that one,
today.
too.
Yeah. So yeah, they might be ready.
So, yeah, and then they got us after Buffalo. So that's a pretty low, hard 3 games for them, I think. And of course they got the Cowboys again. So there's a possibility the Cowboys might get them next game. And then the Giants. Well, the Giants they're a team that's always surprising us with beating the best teams, but losing against the crappy teams like the Raiders.
and Serge, it wasn't just a lightweight beating. The Raiders just beat them to death. I mean, they had to pull the Raiders off for the Giants.
God.
That was what? But Jones went down with an injury.
Got Jimmy out of there to freaking do that because they were a different team after that.
Well, you know what? It wasn't so much the offense as it was the defense. The Raiders woke up, and how many sacks? 9. And
after they cleaned house, they became a different unit because they all were celebrating and being happy together, and then all of a sudden they come out looking like a
contender. You know what? They did not like the coach. Apparently that's what happens. You know what worries me about that? Could that be why our defense looks like they look right now? Do they not like Steve Wilkes? Because we've not seen him look like this in years.
Probably, but if he doesn't do good these next 2, I would say maybe 2 games. If we stink the next 2 games, defense wise, I think they're gonna pull him from calling plays.
Then what does he do?
I would.
Okay, we got the other guy that's been with the 49ers for a while. They probably should have promoted in the first place.
Well, he should be in the background just learning, because he's not ready.
Well, yeah, if they're gonna keep him any length of time.
Yeah. They should have him in the back.
And they paid Daniel Jones. See, this is what kills me about guys getting paid. Jones went in there and got hurt almost immediately. I think I heard it was Achilles, possibly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I said too about Bosa when he got his contract. That's the first thing that popped in my mind. Is man, I love Bosa, but every time I see a player get paid,
suddenly the projection
I don't know
declines.
what it is.
I got to
It's
tell you
like
though,
a curse. It's like winning the lottery.
but you know what? Bosa's actually, until Chase showed up. Do you know Bosa's still leading in every stat?
Yeah, I know he's leading on quarterback hits, but not sacks.
No. Well, he's got 1, and Drake Jackson's got 3. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but Javon may have.
This
3.
is the worst season for Bosa. You never see him with 1 sack. By now, he should be at 5-6 sacks by now.
True. But nobody on our team is lighting it up as far as sacks go. And that's why I think there may be a celebration if they could just lose Steve Wilkes and let Blake Lonson.
I
don't know. Because the Raiders look like a new team.
I think Fred has more sacks than anybody in the defense right now.
I know he's got
Jackson.
one. No, Drake Jackson's got 3. He looked good in game 1 and hasn't been back
he get
since.
3 in the first game?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he had like 2 or 3 in the first game, yeah.
Yeah, 3.
And then Fred won, I think he has 2.
Javon's got a couple.
Yeah.
Eric Armstead's got a couple. We got one here and there. I think we got double digit in sacks so far, I guess.
Yeah, but the one that's getting paid ain't got shit. But one.
Yeah, I still think he'll be along. Remember, he did not have a preseason. That matters more than we even realize. And then again, I'm not sure if he's even feeling this scheme. We'll see. Let's see what happens next. But Serge, our clock ran out because let me see you tomorrow. All right.
Okay, for sure. And I'm excited for this week, man, because we're ready.
Yeah, I think so. Got guys coming back. That's all I needed to hear. All right, fam. Good night, Serge.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Let's go Niners.
Emilio, it's time for some Latino heat. Latino heat. Latino heat. We ain't had none in a while either. Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, you sound depressed. If I can make you smile,
I've had actually a good week for the last week or so. I've been off work. I just celebrate this past weekend. I celebrated my 10-year anniversary with my wife, and then I just turned 39 a couple days ago.
All right. And also add to that, Rudy's Rams are sucking more than ever. And Gene
I don't care about the Rams.
I'd love to see them suffer.
They're not even relevant. They're just like Arizona. They're just in the division just to hang out and say hi to everybody.
Texas boy
punching bag.
is crying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a whole lot of. This is a great Sunday.
Cowboy. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you how it is. The Eagles are overhyped. The Cowboys are overrated, and the Rams are just a punching bag, just like Arizona. And I can tell you this: the KC shouldn't have won. As bad as the Dolphins are, that's another just hyped ass team. If it wasn't for a couple of plays, Kansas City shouldn't have won that horrible game. Kansas City's overrated too. They just if there's no Kelsey, there's no offense, which is the bad part. And they have a whole bunch of talent on that offense, and they don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So Kansas City actually snuck away with a win today, which I was very shocked.
Well, there's a few teams that do that every week. The Bills are showing me right now. Look, man, everybody. I mean,
they killing me too. They're starting to look like a. I was like, whatever. Like Josh Allen's starting to look like he's not a world beater anymore. He's just
The Bills aren't going to win that division, and the Bengals look like they're ready to go. So you know what? I got a feeling Burrow and company are going to win the AFC. But Emil, what about the 49ers? Now, going forward, what are you expecting? Because we got guys coming back. They should be pumped up from looking like butt cheeks for the last few weeks. What do you think?
Well, it's starting to look like if we don't have Debo and McCaffrey's not on point, we suck. No, we're not even Trent. If McCaffrey's not on point and Debo's not out there, we suck. It's starting to look like Shanahan needs to figure something out because it sooner or later the league is going to catch on. Well, if we stop Debo, stop McCaffrey, you guys have no offense.
Yeah.
And which kills me that we still have a bunch of talent on there. You've seen how we lost to the Bengals. We lost to the Bengals, but there was a shitload of offense out there. I'm like, why are you not using Kittle? What is Kittle there? Why do you keep having Kittle blocked? I'm like, if you don't have him run out the ball and catch the ball, he's open almost every play. Like, what is the problem? We have talent on the team.
He refuses to run two tight end sets. Let that other tight end block, Kyle.
Shanahan needs to get over himself and needs to figure that out. If we're down on the receiver or something, you have Kittle. There's no way that you can't catch the ball either. So we have talent on the offense. He's just not using it right. He's not utilizing our players like he should.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes from Mitchell. Mitchell's done. He ain't the backup running back. We need something else.
And Cal doesn't realize that yet either. Yeah.
So Shanahan is just getting too stubborn with himself. He's literally getting too stubborn. Dude, we have offense on this team. You're not using it. I'm like, yeah, we got problems on defense too, but this is the time where we have too much talent on offense, almost in every position, and this is one of the years where the offense should be putting up points and taking over the team and helping out the defense. Because every other year we've had different coordinators. The defense always help out the offense. Now it's the offense's turn to start helping out the defense. It's way too much talent on that offense. Way too much percent, and can't even figure it out. When you figure it out and we have the talent, we're putting up 30 points. Now we can't even score over 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a problem here.
Yeah, they may have been tired. They played tired. They looked tired. Tackles.
No, they did.
I mean,
They did. But
how many
at
times
the
have you
same
seen us
time,
miss 9 and 10 tackles a week? That is strange.
yeah, no, I mean, you can kind of tell that playing every year until January for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I think maybe getting a call on it. But then the league kind of did the 49ers dirty too, because all these 14, not even the Jaguars, all these teams came up a bye week. Like, that's kind of dirty to do the 49ers. I'm like, come on now. Like, every team we done played already 3. Now we're playing on 4. We're going to play the Jaguars. Now we're getting another team that's off a bye week. I'm like, hey, y'all just really want the 49ers not to be in the playoffs. I'm like, you do guys realize that the 49ers do bring you a lot of money and a lot of revenue. Why do you want one of your top franchises to, get fucked over? But hey, that's the league. It's all about money at the end sometimes too. But whatever.
Emilio, you just brought up a point that I hadn't thought about. You know what? The league is going to make money wherever the 49ers go because we fill up the stadiums.
Yeah,
wow.
Yep.
That's why they sent us all over the East Coast and every coast, all over the places in this schedule.
Yeah, everywhere you go, they say at least 40% of fans, no matter where they're at, especially going out of state, it's 49% 49er fans. I'm like, what else you guys? It doesn't even got to be had. It's close enough. It's somewhere in the 40s. So, but
Oh man, it's too bad we can't have people arguing about the schedule as they're making it out. Of course, they don't want to hear about no objections. But you know what? I'm just really. You put teams at a disadvantage making them travel like the 49ers having to travel. And like you just said, we played long into the seasons every year and we got to do this. That's BS. They did that on purpose.
Yeah, makes no sense. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, if we want to keep in the playoffs, we got to play until January. But,
Ooh.
It's on them if they want to keep going at it. But, teams getting tired and it is what it is. But as far as Wilkes, I think they're still kind of learning from Wilkes, but it's just they kind of need to figure this out. Hopefully with Chase Young it helps, but see what happens. Yeah,
well, that's all we can do.
I can't put everything. I can't put everything on Wilkes because we've had bad years we had bad years with Saleh. We had a bad defense also with D'Amico. So, and then
for the
everything
first
turns around.
6 or 7 weeks, that's true. Even with D'Amico.
So.
We're going to go. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I think Shanahan's going to talk tomorrow. We're going to see what he's talking about so we can get on him because we're already on him now. Make it worse.
Hey, I'm fine with Shanahan. He just needs to figure it out. Like I said, there's just too many weapons.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. Like even last year, there's too many weapons on your team not to be explosive. Not even, you see what the Vikings did to us. They don't even have their number 1 receiver and they're winning games. Like,
and beat us
too much
up.
talent on the team.
All right, Phil. I hear you. All right.
I'll
see you tomorrow.
You have a good night, and everybody's out there.
You too. Good to hear from you. Night, Emilio.
All right.
Hey, Aaron. Aaron.
Ronbo.
Aaron, we're sitting here. First of all, we're enjoying the fact that without playing, we made some gains. We're looking at the future now as a team that's going to have a lot of reinforcements returning next week. And really, it's time to pull out the ribs and light up the fire. It's time to do some barbecuing or something, man. Because, Aaron, what are you thinking going forward here?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I watched some of the Dallas and Philadelphia games today,
Only some of it?
and
That was fun.
I
Go ahead.
know. I mean, I thought Dallas had a shot to win it, but
We don't,
you
especially
know,
against
it
the
is what
Rams.
it is.
Yeah, you can't send the boys in to
But
do a 49ers job. You just can't do it.
yeah, but yeah, I'm just looking forward, for the Niners to bounce back, you know, get their swagger this
Or
week. Well,
reestablish it.
yeah,
Ah,
but
they're tired. We got one more mini rest. Thanksgiving Day we play. So they'll get a little break there. But the 49ers they may be overworked there. I'm a little worried about that. We'll
yeah,
see.
like I just don't know why the league make us, play. Well, I just don't know why they make
Hate
us go, traveling from coast to coast. I mean, I guess it's all about money.
it is. I just didn't think about that, but it is. Wherever the 49ers go, money's going to be made. The league is trying to take advantage of that at the expense of any potential chance of the 49ers surviving the season. I I hope they can beat this. That is just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunately, but yeah, I'm just, you know, hopefully we'll get Trent and Debo back this week,
Definitely got
and we
Debo.
should be, yeah, and I think we'll be okay, and the defense, if they get it together, then I think we'll be all right.
Ah. See, that's asking a lot, isn't it? You know, Aaron, do you expect the 49ers defense to look a lot different when they come back next week? I expect more energy, but as Emilio just mentioned, the 49ers are actually learning some things, and I was worried about that because I was saying to just come in and continue. Coach is going to just add some of his fingerprints to the model, and we're going to keep on rolling. Whatever he's doing, they're having to think out there. The 49ers, when they're not thinking, they're just lethal. But if they're thinking, we're slowing down. That's enough for any team that's good to beat up on our defense.
You know, I, I think because they were tired, traveling from Cleveland to Minnesota,
Oh,
on a short week, and
ah,
you
I'm
know,
still trying to get
so
over that.
yeah.
Ah,
But hopefully we'll win those games and get maybe the second or third seed in the NFC. So
yeah, because
yeah, I
okay,
know.
hey, you know what, Detroit? Wait, hey, you're right, Aaron. There's still a possibility of getting number two because the Cowboys aren't going anywhere. Um, yeah, the Ravens, Eagles. Who's number two? That's probably us.
I think it's the Lions right now.
No, I mean, I'm looking at. Oh, well, okay, Lions are number two right now. We're number three.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. We could stay in the top three and possibly gain the number two. Okay, well, we'll
yeah,
talk about that later, but yeah, that's the hope. No lower than number two.
cause I do not want to be the fourth or third seed.
Oh,
Remember, like in 2021, we had to go to Dallas, to Green Bay,
Green Bay,
to LA.
and that's the only reason why them friggin' Rams got away with that, and they know it. No, oh yeah, how them old trophies doing? You guys haven't. You're like in a drought, aren't you? Talking all that trash. You better be glad we didn't play you guys first in that year. Damn it, I hate that. Unbelievable. But anyway,
Yeah, I just prefer to be the second seed. Play two games at home and just
one on the road.
travel once.
Ideal.
Because I don't think we probably won't get the number one seed.
I know none of us think so. You know what? Reality is setting in. They're pulled out too far in front. 8. We got 5. They got 1 loss. We can possibly handle another 2. Well, you know what? Maybe the Cowboys might get serious next time. Maybe they're all PO'd. No, forget it. They play some other teams. They could lose against the Chiefs. The Chiefs might snap out of it this week, depending upon how Travis Kelce is feeling, and if Tay can end up showing up for the game.
Yeah, that could be possible. Because I know they got to play the Chiefs, Buffalo, and us.
Buffalo.
I mean, I don't know
They'll
who
beat
the other
Buffalo.
teams they play besides the 3.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's about to go into a psychological tailspin. Josh is still out there trying to play hero football. Unless he learns to find his receivers and Buffalo decides to run the ball. Run the ball every now and then, Bills, and it might help. They never run the ball. Only Josh runs the ball.
Yeah, because Josh tries to be like Superman, trying to save the team.
It's not going to happen. Everybody's waiting for him to run. He's doing pretty good today, though. He's got a couple of first downs, but that's not going to help you win any games. Aaron, we're going to go. I'm going to be back Tuesday because we got a few people on the phone we're going to see before it gets too long. But always a pleasure, Aaron. Appreciate you getting in here, too, all right? Look for you tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo. You take care.
You too, Aaron. And Alyssa.
Ron Bizzle.
Say hello to Gene D. Hi, Gene. We're noticing you. This guy's got balls the size of
Get your douche on.
Oh, that party in Emerald City last week. We're in first place.
They used to say, I used to say, get the stepping. Yeah, he's get the douching. That's his motto. Anyway, what you were saying, man?
We're talking about the fact that we didn't lose any ground in the NFC West today. Actually, we gained some. But I'm looking around the league at some of the teams. Lamar Jackson and company are very serious. Detroit I've been concerned about Detroit for 2 years. I know you haven't. Everybody thinks they're a joke, but I've always been worried about them since last year. Our chances going forward in the next few weeks, since we're already past the second way part, we got a schedule coming up against the Jags. Alice, realistically, in your mind, where are we going here?
You talking about as far as next week, or?
No, I'm talking about next 3 or 4 weeks. Anywhere you want to go, you can go all the way to the NFC playoffs.
I mean, I hate to say it, man. We lost games that we shouldn't have lost, and that left us less cushion to actually have some losses and still be in good standings
We lost
and
all
comfortable
the
standings.
Damn right.
Unfortunately, I don't see us having any less than 5 losses.
Oh yeah.
No way in hell. I know we can. I just don't think we will. I'm being honest. So you have to be honest. You can be as arrogant and as sure with your team as, but there is a such thing as delusion also.
Rudy knows about that. He wrote a book on it.
Yeah, well, when you only score 3 points, when you only combine for 6 points with the Seahawks on a Sunday like this, there's the delusion is seeping through the pores at that point. So we don't even, we're not even gonna,
D like droplets.
Do you hear that? No, I don't. It's that kind of thing. I don't hear anything. But you know what, man? Honestly, the Eagles. I mean, the Commanders were giving the Eagles fits. Now they had Montez Sweat and they still had Chase Young at that time. Not to say that they had a major decline from that, but defensively, they don't have those pieces anymore to give
That's a lot, though, Ellis.
Jalen Hurts in that offense fits. Yeah, no, it is a lot.
Mm.
And I don't think did they win today? Was that the Patriots they played?
The Patriots lost, so whoever they were playing. Was that who the Commanders played? That's right.
If I'm not mistaken, I thought that's who played today.
You know, Patriots, they beat them 2017. That means the Commanders are barely beating the Patriots. That means they are in trouble. Because when you play the Patriots,
I mean,
beat them to death.
We can beat the Ravens. We can beat the Eagles. Are we going to do that? We'd be having to play our best ball that we've played all season.
It's all about
those two
matchups.
teams. We're not
maybe.
We're not going to play. Yeah, no, I hear you. But for me, it's like I said, the Ravens they beat the brakes off of pretty much the majority of their opponents this year. They beat the brakes off the Lions, who are number 2, and they just beat the
Hawks to death.
Shit out of the Hawks today, 37-3. So, I mean, good God Almighty.
I was scared. It scared me watching that game, though, Ellis. I said, "Oh my God, they're just steamrolling the Hawks." Okay, I tried not to trip, but you know what? That's gonna be a game. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, by that time we might have our act together.
Yeah.
And
an intelligent scheme.
This could be the round. Yeah, if we come out playing really strong against the Jaguars and we get a strong win, I mean a win period, we can win by 3, but if we can come out of there alive with that game, I think moving forward it can give us some momentum in going into the next few weeks because like I said, we lost games we shouldn't have lost. So now we can't afford to have any more losses than 5 losses if we want to have, be in a conversation of any kind. Don't let the damn Vikings win a couple of more games and let them interfere with our standings. Even if they asses don't make it to the playoffs, if they win about 8-9 games or something, I'm just saying, then
I agree.
Because they got Josh Dobbs, and I mean they could do some things. They could squeeze out a few wins and interfere with our position. And lost that game to them. Yeah, and he plays. Yeah, he plays for real.
Hey, he did. I said, what? That's not Cousins. Who is that? That's just Dobbs. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And we put a hurting on them already this year. So how convenient that would be, or ironic would that be that the team that he got transferred to is the team that could have some kind of a bearing on us and our standings in the playoffs. That would be a nasty taste in the mouth. But anyway, man, look, I'm just being honest because I did not expect for us to
I'll see
3
anybody in chat
consecutive
say anything
games like
either.
that. Yeah, I'm just being totally transparent. I love my team. I'm always putting us up score wise. We scoring 40, we scoring 30. I'm putting everybody, 2-3 scores below us. It's just like these last 3 wins though. The taste is still there. The sickening taste is still there, and it's going to take some W's to remove that, man. And we're going to be playing some really good teams and some teams that are not in fear of us by us looking the way that we have. And Wilkes, regardless of the damn point difference, I don't want to hear shit about the points. If the last 3 teams we lost to have combined for 1,000+ yards of offense, I don't want to hear shit.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go around doing that. We're not going to win playoff games doing that. We're not going to win the championship or the Super Bowl letting the opposition get 300+ yards of offense unless we get 500.
Yeah.
Cut the shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't. Our defense cannot be on the field all day. That offense has got to take some clock down and put some points on the board. Stop working that defense, having them out there 3 and out. That's crazy.
It's on Kyle, man. And I don't want it to be a
Kyle bash.
Let's just crap all over Steve all the time. Yeah. But Kyle has a responsibility, dude.
Oh, he better.
If something's not working, he needs to figure something out and make some. Stop being so predictable. You know, Ronbo, I've been talking about Kyle being predictable for the last 3-4 damn seasons. And I thought this year he was getting creative the first few weeks, and we were getting by. We were running up the score. We were doing well. But, you know, I don't know what happened. You know
what?
But the Christian McCaffrey, he had to know that people were going to neutralize Christian McCaffrey and try to shut us down. And it's not Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams as to why we lost the last 3 games. Can we cut the shit?
I mean, and gonna have to because you fall back another game, we're in deep trouble. Else we do have to pull up though. But tell you what, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and we can get into it some more.
Did you see C.J. Stroud today in the Texans, Ronbo?
I tell you, people are making jokes about that. I'm not gonna repeat them. Anyway,
that boy almost threw 500 yards. Are you kidding me?
He can play.
That's
He's the
probably
cream
the
of this
best
year's
Ohio
crop.
State quarterback that probably ever came out the draft. That boy gets down. Anyway, shout out to D'Amico, man. I'm just happy for him, you know,
Yeah.
And what he's able to do in his first season as a head coach and just trying to put things together. Like, you know, it's definitely looking better than Kyle did when he came to the Niners. And they didn't have shit going for themselves anyway. They did have a couple of players before he got there, but he still had to put his team together from
All right,
scratch.
fam. You know we got to pull up.
Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the faithful, man. Hit that like, subscribe. You know where you at. Wipe your feet. Hey, Rudy. What's up with that Super Bowl score, man? 3-1?
All right, fam.
You channeling that trash energy again.
We ain't losing no more, man.
I'll see you
We ain't
tomorrow,
losing
Ellis.
no more.
Anderson, you believe it? I hope that's the case because man.
I saw some stat or something and said we like after the bye we like 30-11 or something. I don't know if it was just saying we 30-11 after the bye.
I didn't know that. That's interesting to hear.
And you know, and I'm like this. It's the Bosa Young connection. OC is gonna be like, damn, how I'm gonna do this? They're gonna be scratching their head.
Because people
all
are talking
about
about
the
Nick.
secondary.
And they don't know Nick's leading us in a lot of categories. But now that he's got a running mate from his school too,
yeah,
people gonna stop talking about Nick Bosa. Other than saying, damn, all he needed was Chase. Yeah.
They're gonna focus on Chase, then they're gonna get him, and then he gonna get him, and there it is. But there it is the secondary. We gotta get the secondary right.
Yeah. So those guys
That's
can
all
work up
it is.
front.
We got to get the secondary right. You know what I'm saying? Is there alluded? Is he gonna be available?
It looks like he's gonna be coming. He's eligible. Yeah.
Because I hope all this off time they got. I hope Kyle or whoever they kind of got him, getting them ready or something. Let's get some of these rookies ready to play. Let's get everybody else using their rookies. Let's use our rookies.
Especially,
You know, we got the top rookies. We always get the top players out the draft. Let's put them in use.
Yeah, Womack might be back too. That's real important, Anderson, because you know what, Isaiah?
Yes, because he's fast.
He can't take the quick. Guys quick coming out of slot, they just turn him into knots. So.
Man, I'm just wishing the Buffalo could have did these boys bad because they cheated against us anyway.
But Anderson, you know what?
That's how I look at it.
You can feel better about that, though, because I thought we was just assing around. No, Buffalo's back. I mean, not Buffalo, but the Bengals are back. They're back to what they were supposed to be. So the next time we see them, we should be ready for them.
Yeah,
and that should be the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're going to kick their ass because they know they already 0-2 against us in the Super Bowl. So, this going to be the third loss for them. But go ahead.
No, and I was happy, as I said. I seen Mixon. I said, you know what? If Mixon has a bad game, that means our defense really is bad. Oh.
Yeah. And then man, McDaniels, man, Man, he pissed me off, man. Man, he pissed me off. Man, you let that punk, them Kansas City sissies beat y'all, man. Come on, man.
And they beat him up too.
Man, they could have came back and took that game. Man, I say, man, if they come back and if they score a touchdown and make it 20, they gonna go for the two, and they gonna get it, and it's a wrap. And Chiefs lost again. But this dumbass, I don't know what he's thinking, man.
You got all this speed, he decided to run the ball. That's what Mostert came back and it was just killing the Chiefs. Yeah. Should have been doing that more.
And then they exposed them. See, they letting them know they can't stop the run.
Guess who else can't stop the run? Well, you know what? We're having trouble with the run. But I noticed something. Lamar Jackson and that little 4-3 guy running the ball today, which I'm already scared of now. Yeah. He was just running all over him.
Them the two teams to beat in the AFC. It's the Bengals and the Bengals, the Chiefs, and the Ravens.
Yes.
Them the three teams.
Whew, man.
And the three teams. And as far as us, man, the Eagles gonna lose some more games. They gonna lose some more games.
Yeah.
Because see, Dallas kind of exposed them. Even though Dallas lost, I'm laughing because I can't wait to see Southern. I can't wait to see Southern Steve in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But
shout out to Dallas. Beautiful city.
But it was just beautiful, baby. I'm like, that motherfucker is trash, man. I mean, like, look at how we put 42 points on them people. And Eagles, y'all lucky. So that let me know that we might be a little better than y'all. We could be better than y'all.
The Eagles have slid by all year. If you watch many games of the Eagles, they just do escape every week. I said, you know that?
They skate by.
That's interesting.
They be skating by. Because, see, all you got to do is hit Jalen Hurts hard one time. He going to let that ball go.
Yeah, he didn't throw it this time, though. And they got a good running back. They don't like to let him play. That's what these teams. The quarterback is all about him. They hate to hand the ball to the running back. Look what Tua did today when he finally let Raheem Mostert get loose. They damn near won the game. Coaches, tell your quarterback you got a running back.
And I know the Buffalo Bills had what's
I know you're from Minnesota.
Fournette.
Yeah, well, he was sitting on the side.
He on. I didn't know they had that boy. I'm like, oh, now if he take over, maybe Allen ain't got to do all that running and stuff.
No, Allen won't give him the ball. We're gonna find out about Josh Allen. That competitive spirit of his, he can be a little selfish on the field. I bet he has options out there he doesn't take. So you know what? These beatings he gets, he brings them on himself some of the time. He had a terrible game. INTs, bad passes. Josh Allen, man. If that was a 49er quarterback, we'd be all over his ass. Anderson, I'll be back tomorrow, though. Let me see tomorrow, fam, because I think Kyle's going to come in and talk. I want to see what he say.
Oh, yeah. I got to be in. Kyle going to talk? Yeah, I got to talk, too.
Yeah,
dumbass.
See what he has to say. All right, Anderson. Always appreciate you, fam.
All right, man.
See you tomorrow.
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, Shabazz, I believe Shabazz heard some of the comments being made, and he probably figures they were directed toward him. Let's let him in here right now to give rebuttal. Shabazz!
Ronbo, I don't feel like they directed towards nobody, Ronbo. I feel like what I said. Now, I got on here the other night and said I grew up with Archie Bunker. Now, that's the most I'm going to do some damn apologizing, okay? I ain't going to have to talk logic into everybody all damn year because they don't listen, and they scared, and they shaking in their damn boots. 12-5 is a good freaking record. I don't know what the hell with none of y'all out there. Everybody, we get this MVP. The same 49 teams that I watched going to Chicago in 1988 and smoke them in the NFC Championship. Everybody's so stuck on what home field is. Everybody's so stuck on a perfect record. Were you alive Did you see the greatest undefeated team in history lose the goddamn Super Bowl? The New England Patriots had Rob Gronkowski, had murdering Aaron Hernandez, had Randy Moss, had Tom Brady, had every weapon in the freaking world.
Yes.
But they didn't have enough losses during the regular season. How about the Golden State Warriors that broke the Chicago Bulls record because they was chasing perfection instead of thinking about a damn championship? I don't give a damn about this regular season, Ronbo. Send me in the playoffs as a wild card and watch my Niners do what they got to do. And then all the naysayers, we didn't win it. No, duh. I want Philly to keep winning. Duh. I don't want them to have a loss going into the playoffs. I'd rather them lose one game all season than come across us in the NFC Championship. Real hungry, and them not having a bad game and slip up and have a bad game.
And the
People
pressure
don't
would
use
be
logic.
all over them, too. That's
Right.
see, that's why
They don't use-
that's true.
They don't use logic, Ronbo. They don't use logic. In the postseason, the regular season records are all erased. They don't mean nothing. Okay?
That's true.
This is the game that I want. Like you said, Dallas exposed them tonight. I want it to be rain and cold. Now, guess what? You got to play old school football. And the team that can run better going to win the game. Not the team that can pass better.
That's damn true.
Okay? We can run better than them. Okay? All of our running backs are better than their running backs. But you know what? What the hell do I know? I'm just old loudmouth.
You made nothing but sense,
They don't
fam.
care about Ronbo, didn't I tell you just like I said, the Ravens going to kick Seattle ass. The Ravens kick Seattle ass.
I think we all knew that. I didn't know it was going to beat him up like that, though. I mean, they beat him like a stepchild.
That's what you're supposed to do, but everybody is not using logic. Quit being afraid. This is what we do every year. Quit being afraid of these regular season losses, okay? Get in the postseason, okay? And the only thing that I got to say about Brock, and everybody keep want to throw Wilkes under the bus, it ain't about throwing nobody under the bus. It's a team. Together, each achieve more. We're a team. But this fan base, we ain't never been a team because everybody got their stupid opinions about one another, and it's Wilkes' fault. And it's the kicker's fault. The kicker a damn rookie. It ain't nobody's fault. You got to play 4 quarters of football, and all 3 factors got to phase in. Okay? We're going to be all right. In Jacksonville, y'all really worried about Jacksonville? Don't go to Jacksonville and do something bad to Jacksonville next week, Ronbo.
Shabazz,
bad.
They do scare me. They really got their stuff together this year. That's the only reason why I was concerned. Because them boys, they play some good football.
Everybody got their stuff together. And everybody got a plan, like Mike Tyson said, till you get hit in the damn mouth.
That's a good point.
Okay? We're going to come in. Brock didn't realize it. Young then had a couple weeks to work. Bosa took he stayed in Santa Clara for the weekend and hang out with his homeboy from college. All this going to be over with after we beat Jacksonville. And everybody will be back to normal. We're going to run the ball. Brock going to realize, you know what, wait a minute. I am humble. I did get picked last in the draft. I do have these superstars around me that has carried me this far. Let me hand this ball to McCaffrey. Let me hand this ball to Mitchell. Let my defense play. Y'all calm down, man. This is what we do every year. But 49er fans like to go into a frenzy panic every year. We lose a couple games. The season's over. The sky is falling.
I knew you were going to go the chicken little route. I can feel it coming.
I keep telling you, Ronbo, get hit in the mouth in a fight is the best thing could ever happen. Look at the great Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley. Boom! Rocked him in the second round. And then Floyd commenced to whooping his ass the whole rest of the fight for that. That's what you want to get hit in the mouth.
You do. You know, there's some truth to that. I fought a lot of martial arts tournaments. And there's a lot of, you're supposed to be controlled technique. But every now and then you'd fight a fool that decided he was going to try to mangle you up and take your heart away. There's nothing like that flesh in your mouth. You run your tongue across the inside and you feel that flesh all torn up. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that sends you into a rage faster than that. You focus then. So you know what?
Ronbo, because that's human. That's human. You think Fred Warner ain't licking his chops. You think Bosa ain't licking his chops. Okay? You think Mooney Ward ain't been here and everybody throw him under the bus. He lashed up this, that. These professional NFL players, man. The 49 defense ain't playing. And who better to take it out on than Jacksonville? Because, okay, this is a quarterback-driven league. And what's his name? He's Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be the next Joe Burrow. I don't give a damn about Joe Burrow or Trevor Lawrence. He ain't that good. That was his first win, like you said. it's those of us that's been around long enough, like you and I cut my teeth on the Cincinnati Bungles. I'm not worried about no damn Bengals. I'm not worried about them. I want them to keep winning. Good job tonight. I hope they win throughout. I hope them and Philly don't lose another game this season. So Philly see us in the NFC Championship, and Cincinnati see us in the Super Bowl. Uh-oh. That's perfect. Uh-oh. Get your popcorn ready.
Well, Shabazz,
Get your popcorn ready.
Shabazz, you're an influential speaker, man. I'm telling you right now, every time we have these conversations, I change my whole perspective. Now, I might be leaning in one direction or another, but after you get through, I feel foolish in some of the things I was thinking. Shabazz, I want to give you a round of applause. That is absolutely the gospel truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, let me.
Oh, come on.
I know. I gotta stop.
Who are these guys? They gotta put their pads on just like we got to put our pads on. I don't understand how the faithful. How can we call ourselves faithful with what we got and be worried?
I know.
I'm not worried about
it's like Emilio says, we got too much talent to be playing like we playing, so that's not going to continue. Man, hey, Shabazz, I tell you what, I'm going to be back tomorrow, and because I can't wait to talk some more football. I ain't waiting this week. Well, let me see you tomorrow, fam, and appreciate you on so many levels.
I'm going to check in tomorrow, man. Shout out to my people in Memphis. Shout out to my boy Lee in L.A., man. Shout out to the real faithfuls, which we all are the real faithfuls everywhere. But I ain't going into panic mode. I don't give a damn how many games we lose because we're going to win our division. And that's all you need to do, okay? You don't need to have a perfect record. You need to win your division, get the first and second seed like we had last year. We had 2 home playoff games. You don't know what's going to happen if you get the second seed. And let's just say Philly, with all the perfect wins, lose their first playoff game when we got the second seed or the third seed. With 2 wild cards. Then everybody got to come up. They got to come up to Levi.
Oh.
So, hey, Ronbo, as we said, old school, don't watch my pockets. Quit watching everybody else's pockets and focus on your pockets. I ain't worried about nobody else but the San Francisco.
Got him fired up. Shabazz, let me hold some of that because I want some more of that tomorrow. All right? Have a great night.
Ronbo. All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Woo. Okay, fam, listen, I get swayed every now and then, but I ain't getting swayed no more. Shabazz is right about so many things here. We tend to overreact on some things we probably should chill out on. Hey, Tony!
Ronbo.
Tony. Well, Tony.
Just grab myself a beer here.
Go ahead, do that. Let me hear that sound of that can or whatever is pop open. I love that.
It's a bottle of Stella.
Yeah. Tony, as you know, we're sitting here probably being over-concerned about the future because we expect so much, and sometimes our emotions take over our good sense. Don't I imagine you're not like that because you and I both like to work Rudy on Twitter because we know he has 0 sense. So, I know you're a rational person as well.
Absolutely.
Hey, what are you thinking going forward, Tony?
Well, I think number one, Chase is obviously a good
pickup
addition because we're starting to fill those holes that I was talking about that we lost, which was Samson Ibucombe and Charles Amenahu.
Yeah.
And my belief system, they were the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were the 2 guys that were able to set Bosa free to do what he wanted because they could cover different areas on the line. And so Chase is, Chase, and who was the other guy we got? They used to play for the Cowboys.
Oh, God. He's got 2 first names. Randy Gregory.
Randy Gregory. So they're the 2 players that are going to fill those 2 holes.
Yeah, they're both quick.
And hopefully,
quick. Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully that will enable us to get back to the way we used to be. Because my belief was that's where the line was lacking. And, there's people coming up the middle, through the holes and this and that. I think with these guys, those those places are going to be filled, and we should be able to. I think you'll see either Chase or Nicky Bosa start unwinding again. I hope.
And then hopefully they'll fire up the whole line. Because if Javon Hargrave, I'm not happy with him because I know what his skill set and level of strength is, and I'm not seeing it. He should be able to do better than he's doing.
Well, he's not that good at stopping the run, is he?
He should be. He's built like a fire hydrant. They shouldn't be able to move him. His balance must be incredible. Anyway.
Well, he's been more. We've been using him to get after the quarterback, Ronbo.
Yeah, he's not absorbing blocks
instead of
like that.
Instead of defending in the middle, we need someone to defend in the middle, and so the edges, either side, can just take off like rockets.
Yeah, he's tailor-made for that, though. But he's not getting that kind of thing done. Like Jones, before we sent him over to lose his mind with Colorado.
And the other thing is, we need to give Brock a little bit more protection.
Oh,
it's paramount. Well, I don't know what Kyle's thinking. You know, I mean, the more time your quarterback's got to throw, it's just simple mathematics. You know what I mean? The more time your receivers are going to have to get open, and the more protection he's going to get, and the more time he's going to get to execute those throws, and the more TDs we'll get.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the red zone. You can't have the quarterback running for his life when we're in the red zone, and he's got no time to throw.
Yeah.
When you're in the red zone, that's the time. That's the time when the quarterback needs the most time, because there's a lot of defenders in the red zone. So these guys are running around like ants. You got to give him at least 2-3 seconds to pick one of them out. Otherwise, once we get 5 yards out, just bring Jordan Mason on and hand the ball off.
Yeah.
What else can you do?
Well, look who woke up today. They all, hey, we got a guy named Mostert on this team, don't we? Is there a Mostert here, please? And look what happened. Miami almost came back and won that game. If you got a good running back, use him. We got 3.
Yeah, so they're your options. I mean, and Kyle needs to pull his head in, especially. I don't know what's going to happen this year, Ronbo. I know there's a couple of guys like me you're looking at the season and going, I hope it turns around. But if it doesn't, that means we're not going to the Super Bowl. And we're not going. And if we're not going to the Super Bowl, it's because we've got no O-line.
Well, Tony, we didn't have an O-line last year either. I got a feeling.
I know, Ronbo, but
it's an enthusiasm.
Stop looking at it that way. Look at it this way. Look at it this way. The Kansas City Chiefs, when they've got an O-line, it doesn't matter whether you haven't got one, he's going to tear you apart.
True.
Because he's got the time.
Yeah.
All right? We were winning.
Agreed.
All right? And the O-line holds out for him, and he gets those opportunities to kill you.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Hey, Brock will do it. He's sharp. He thinks quick, but he's got to have time, like you say, he's got to have time to process and get rid of the ball before a 260-pound lineman is taking him down to the dirt, slamming his head against the turf. My God, that's scary.
The point is, Ronbo, he can process quick. But my point is, it's not for Brock to get the it's for the receivers to get the extra
That's
time.
your job.
He can throw it. He can throw it quickly, but if they're not open, he needs a second or two more to allow them to get open.
Hence
or
the
to get that
INTs.
opportunity to throw it to him. You know what I mean? He can process. He's got one of the fastest processing minds in the whole entire league.
Yeah.
There's no problem with that.
Yeah.
All right? But
He's
it's
usually
our dudes that need the time.
And I
You know
hopefully
what I
gets
mean?
it. And hopefully gets it this weekend because the Ravens got a good pass rush, Tony. So we're gonna have to
It's
pull
like
up.
how many you need for 2 steps, 2 or 3 steps. A second, half a second, that's all we need, a second.
Yeah, at least. Tony,
So
always,
I'm keeping
always
my
a pleasure.
fingers crossed, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but both are.
So shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show. Big Show, I haven't got Facebook, brother. I'll try not to keep Facebook because it's I don't know.
Well, it's a
get
place that
all-
you can be
yeah.
watched. You don't know who it is. No, I mean I have Facebook, but I don't go in there. They're not gonna catch me saying anything.
Yeah.
Guys with boots and helmets
And,
kicking down my door. You run. What? Who are you guys? Why are you here? What are you doing with the what?
Shout out to Papa Dragon and everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep your fingers crossed, man. That's all we
Gotta
can do
do
at
it.
this stage and see what happens.
We're gonna be fine, Tony. All right, man. Cheers.
All right, brother. Cheers.
Hey, see you tomorrow, Tony. There he goes. And, hey, Steven, and little Ron.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man, we're sitting back here looking at today's results and having a good time. You know, but nothing could. This is like the only one thing that went wrong. Only one game went wrong. Is I don't like the Cowboys. Make no mistake, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. But if they just could have pulled off that win, you'd leave those clowns in 7-2. Huh?
They got robbed of a touchdown.
Twice. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
On their
so-
own, they got robbed too. I mean, Dak, you can't see where you're going. And that guy who caught the
Hey, there,
ball,
boy.
there's a few things that went wrong on that. They were supposed to seal off that guy before he got to that tight end. You know what? Well, go ahead. Don't I started on some of those people.
Well, first of all, I want to start off with, I know I missed out on a couple of your shows,
Hey, we did.
and I was going to call in when Chase Young got signed because I was the first person to tell every single listener on this show, and you included,
yes,
that he was going to come. And like I told y'all, I had an inside source that would tell me this because he works in close. He works on the field with them, works with John, works with Kyle, works with the players, and that was already in the works. Montez Sweat was nowhere near in the equation. Once they found out that Chase Young was up for grabs, they knew what they were going to do. And I mean, I thought they were going to sign him big money. That's what I thought.
Chase Young.
But I didn't think
you thought the Commanders would?
Yeah, I thought the Commanders were. I didn't think the Commanders would give away Chase Young for a bag of chips.
No, they're looking to rebuild. When you get rid of both of your damn near Pro Bowl edges, well, who does that? Everybody's looking for that, and they got rid of them in one day. Whoa!
And you know what the funny part is too, Ronbo, is that the Bears gave up so much to get Montez Sweat, and we gave up nothing for him. The reason why, and here's another thing, we almost would have had Johnson. Almost. It was already in talks, and it was already going to be done. But the problem was is that the Bears got booty mad at the fact that we got Chase Young for nothing, and they gave up the entire bag for Montez Sweat. So they're like, no, he's not going to NFC teams. He's not going to SF. We're going to delegate him towards AFC. They got that mad.
Well,
so, but
the Panthers. What's that cornerback's name? Word is they were 49ers. So looking at that, they know we need a little better talent in that secondary because Isaiah Oliver might not be above much of a mistake. So.
Yeah, Isaiah Oliver's not the worst. I mean, he played a damn good game against Cincinnati. He was everywhere. He was stopping.
Yeah.
Now, because I was asking my boy, I was like, hey, bro, because I asked him, I was like, what's the locker room feel like when you go in there with them after a loss like that, after Cincinnati? He goes, defense was hot. Like, defense was beyond that going into the second half. And they were confused, and rightfully so. You have, players playing 10 yards off of the receiver. You've got Hafunga, who's usually a spy, not playing spy. There was a point in time where, Steve Wilkes had Nick Bosa drop back, which I thought was weird. I don't know if you guys saw that. He had drop off, and I was like, what are you thinking? And he goes, and Fred is only one guy. Dre only works good at, like, real deep, like, blitzes, and he was just like, so if anything, I mean, it seems that Steve Wilkes is trying to reinvent the wheel. and you don't have to do that. You
And I
don't.
thought Kyle made
It-
that
it's a-
made that clear.
Yeah, Ronbo, he said it straight up. He goes, imagine you have a perfectly built car, and all you got to do is drive. And Steve Wilkes is trying to change that. So he was like, every single player in that locker room is whispering, get this man out of here.
Uh-oh. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Because they don't look the same at all.
No, they're a shadow of what they used to be. They're a shadow. It's like, man, what are you doing? And so, because he pulled up on Tuesday, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to him for a little bit, see what's going on, pick his brain a little bit, see where he's thinking. Let me know what other players are thinking. And he goes, Chase Young was a great additive, but he was like, but the problem is that if Steve still continues to have these plays the way he does, it doesn't matter. Everything's gone out the window because you do not win games with pure offense. You don't. You just straight up
Never
don't.
have.
It's your that carries.
And defense always wins the game, basically. Because what do?
Yeah.
They stop the opponent from scoring. Nobody shootouts. That's always going to be a 50-50 thing. Whoever has the best defense is usually going to win.
And remember, I asked him, I was like, so what do you think about Hufanga? He goes, he fooled the entire NFL into being a Pro Bowler. All pro.
Did he say that?
He goes,
That's cold.
Tackle or shit. He was like, he's great at spy. He's great. That's why he got so many picks, because he played spy. He knew his position was that. He knew how to play, but he cannot tackle. And it's a known fact. He cannot tackle. He's a great secondary tackle person. So if one person's got him wrapped up, he comes in and finishes the job. That's what he does. That's how he does it. That's how it always works for him. But he is not a guy to straight stop a running back or stop a tight end or stop a receiver.
No, I've seen that. I pointed that out, and I always thought that was just an accident, or maybe there's just one of those plays. But when I seen him dive at Burrow's legs, he jumped to his left. Usually in technique-wise, you pick an angle to take a quarterback so he can't dive to his left or right. And motherfucker, it's such a basic technique. I said, Tyler, no, what the hell are you doing, man? And Burrow just sidestepped him. A quarterback sidestepped a box safety. What?
Yeah, he might as well just done a cartwheel past Joe Burrow. That's how bad that was.
My God.
I mean, he was like one of the cheerleaders. So I was like, man, like you already told me what I already know. But he goes, the only person that I think needs to leave the 49ers, player-wise, he goes, it has to be Hargrave. And I was like, that's wild. That's wild. And he goes, nah, bro. He was like, I watched this full play. He gives 50% every snap.
Oh, is that why we're seeing what we're seeing? He's just not out there playing hard.
He thinks he's just gonna roll right through kind of easy because you got Nick Bosa on the outside, Eric Armstead in the middle with him, and then you have Drake Jackson. Like, no, there's a reason why they're doubling up on Nick and Eric, and Hargrave's not really getting. He's only getting one-on-ones. He's not getting doubled up.
Oh,
so
no, this is not.
Like, damn, like that.
This is such good stuff. Hey, Steve, when you get in tomorrow, man, give me some more. Because we're running out of time now, but this is like scary stuff.
I got plenty.
I'm not going to have them all. All right, Steve. I heard a little Rome back there. Guy's in a good mood tonight, huh?
Yeah, he's in a good mood. He's hyper is what he is.
I can hear it. Hey, all right, Steve. Appreciate you, family. Love all the intel. Tell you what, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it. Night, Steven. Fam, you know what I got to tell you? I do believe Hargrave could do a little more work than he's doing. Maybe he's the kind of guy that plays the second half of the season. Some guys pace themselves. Harbaugh's what? He's 30-something, I think, or maybe 31. I mean, and it's time to ask that question we always ask. What time is it?
It's not as all day.
Norm. So, Norm,
and isn't it great to be back in first place?
I know, right? And without even having to play. We're sitting back watching. That's the best football you can watch.
So
6
I
points.
hope Niners fans is cool. I hope everybody to relax. I hope y'all got your chill on. And we just moving on, man.
Order a
Y'all
pizza.
was panicking all last week. Y'all Chickens fans, y'all was, we're first place. Grand opening, grand closing.
Oh, I like that. Oh. There was even in Emerald City, that big monument they have in the middle of town was just throwing out fireworks and everything else. I think I seen J.D. parachuting. I know that was J.D. because nobody else would be that silly. And they were just celebrating. We got past the 49ers. Oh, Norm, it's such a good feeling.
And all of a sudden they walked in that same room and it was like, doo, all the lights turned off like your party has ended.
With a robotic voice, I love it.
But it's time for us to really, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm done laughing at the rest of these teams, man, because our bye week is over.
Yeah, we're kind of funny, too. We're through
Yeah,
with
it
that,
was funny, man. It was funny. The boys lost, too. That was funny. You know what I'm saying? That was a good game, though. That was a good game. They still exposed Philly, though. They exposed Philly, though. They gave us some intel on how to beat them. Them is they ops for surely. So we knew all that oppage was going to expose the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that, Cowboys. Good game, by the way.
And Norman, we can do something with A.J. Brown. The Eagles can't beat us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my thing is, with Chase in the picture now, with Chase Young in the picture, being familiar with that Eagles O-line.
I keep forgetting about that. True.
I think this Niners defense is always this. That's always going to be the big question: is what they're going to do to get back to basics. And I just want them to go up to Jacksonville and put some pressure on that ball. Put pressure. The more pressure we put on these quarterbacks, the more opportunities it creates for our secondary.
Damn right. You know, let Burrow be
this
scared.
War is one in the trenches every time. It's one in the trenches, Ronbo. We went in them trenches. We get back to them basics. We got way than enough guys to put pressure on them boys now. There should be no reason why Trevor Lawrence is not looking like a deer in the headlights every time he gets the football in his hand.
I love that look. We've not seen that enough this year.
Yeah. Gotta have it's like if the defense that's my only concern with going up there. You know what I'm saying? It's like there was a few games where even if the Niners only scored 17, could have held teams to a lot less than what we did.
10.
But, the way the defense was rocking, ain't no way. I just don't want Travis. I don't want Travis Etienne looking like Birdman out the window rubbing his palms because he played the 49ers this week, man.
I forgot about that's who they got running the ball. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not scared. I'm just saying, it's got me thinking.
This is the last game. This is the last game we can afford. We can't afford to mess up like that. But like being 5-3, you know what I'm saying? This is that game. If we mess around and can get a win from this game, we might spare Steve Wilkes and Montrosity being stranded on 45th and Moncrief. Just leave you right there, Bo. Catch you an Uber back to Frisco, man.
Norm, address this though, if you will. Now, we have been getting mad at Steve Wilkes, and Fred Warner has told us every interview and every meeting and session that look, we're not blaming the coach. We got to execute. So I don't know. Maybe there is some issues with them understanding exactly what Wilkes is cooking.
Yeah, and this is a good week. They needed this bye week so they could have some time to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? But I do have faith that they will get back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? He was working. Steve Wilkes' program was working the first 5 weeks of the year.
We need to remember that.
So it's like, what's going on in these previous 3 games that wasn't like that they can fix that immediately, go out to Jacksonville and handle their business, because Jacksonville got a squad, but you know what? So did them other, we shut down Dallas. They offense, they put up more than 23. They put up more than 10 points against some of these other teams against the Eagles. Yeah. They put up way more than 10.
And the Dallas defense is as bad as they look sometimes. They are a good team, actually.
Yeah.
And Texas boy, don't get the wrong idea now. Okay, but go ahead.
But we appreciate you, Texas boy. We appreciate your team for exposing the team that we got to play next. You feel me? Too bad y'all couldn't get the dub ski. You know what I'm saying? But y'all right there with us, and that's all I gotta say.
And
it's Niners all day.
Norm, I'll be back tomorrow, man. I can't wait to hear from you. All right.
Shout out to the faithfuls. Enjoy first place. How's that take? You feel me? Let's go.
Night, Norm. Give my best to the missus.
Shout out to 49ers Ultimate Report. Shout out to Ronbo Sports.
Yes. 49ers Ultimate Report. What's up, fam?
Yes, sir.
All right, Norm. Night, fam. Yeah, I hope we come in looking. I want Trevor Lawrence under siege. And now, you know what, though? The team's going to be pumped up. I guarantee you we're going to see a team that's psyched up. I mean, they're going to be crazy next week. I don't know what's going to happen after that week, but, well, oh, it's a big show. Ooh, it's a big show on tonight. Show.
I appreciate that enthusiasm you put in behind me in introducing myself onto this program whenever I call in. It's very entertaining.
You appreciate it, you know what I'm saying?
Some I'm not, but who cares what they think?
I don't care. You just let it out. Go ahead.
That's exactly what this show is for, is letting it out, and that's exactly what I'm going to do tonight.
Right.
Ronbo,
yes.
You know how in the beginning of the Titanic movie where they said that God himself cannot sink the ship?
Yeah.
Nobody's
ever gonna forget that line.
We look pretty sinkable right now. I don't think the league fears us anymore. Honestly, I don't think that the other 32 teams fear us anymore. We become predictable. They know how to take Nick Bosa out. They know how to take CMC out. And what do you have left? You have Brandon Ayuk, who drops balls more than any other receiver I could think of. You have Deebo Samuel, who's been on Kay Adams' show more than he's been seen in the end zone this year. You have George Kittle, who's been on more Little Caesars commercials with the three best friends that he has, and Fitzmagic and Cam Jordan than he has been seen this year.
Yeah.
You got Eric Armstead showing off his game checks when he's been non-existent on the field as well. You have Nick Bosa, who's become a famous underwear model now, and wouldn't be surprised if he's actually dating one of the Kardashians.
No way.
Coming out of this,
you would not stoop that low. Show. Okay. Now you're making this.
The point is, I'm not making. It just seems like our heads are not in it this year. And I said that the last time I called in.
Yeah.
There's no. The Eagles look more serious than we do.
Well,
they look very well oiled right now.
Yeah.
They're better in the trenches than we are. And you know who Trevor Lawrence is going to pick on this coming Sunday?
Who?
Tavarius gives you a hug Ward.
Uh-oh. Hey, who's the wide receivers to be concerned with?
Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, also Travis Etienne, and they have Evan Ingram over there.
Ain't nobody Etienne. He does bother me.
And
Ridley and Kirk.
And Trevor Lawrence releases the ball pretty quickly. I don't see how Chase Young is going to move steer the ship in a different direction than some people might think. But all he is just another plug in this hole that's been leaking, in this boat that's been leaking.
So the thing is, what last year were we doing in the secondary that caused quarterbacks to pause? They're not pausing anymore. And that's the thing that I'm mainly concerned with, because that means the frontline defense is made to look moot. And I don't believe they are. I think there's something going on with the quarterback. And see what he wants to see immediately. That may be adjusted.
You know, Shabazz gave a great speech and everything tonight. that was filled with pure emotion and not reality. Because you got to mention that there's also 32 other teams in this league who also have the same goal and destination that I think we have this year, and that's the Super Bowl. But there's other teams that are more serious than we are right now, and we just don't have it in us this year to get there. It seems like, I mean, everyone's heads are focused elsewhere on this team. You know, we're getting older. We have guys contracts who are blowing up next year, and we're going to be in cap hell from here on out.
Modeling underwear. Yeah.
You know, like, it just doesn't seem serious to me. It really doesn't. You know, I tried to warn people at the beginning of this year that from here on out, we need to stop holding our heads in the clouds and expecting Super Bowl every year. Like, we need to start lowering our expectations and hoping we make the playoffs. You know, like, stop getting our heads so far up in the sun. We're going 17-0 this year. We're going to be the 32nd pick in the draft this year.
Nobody ever takes 17-0 people seriously. But so, you know, you gotta believe we'll be in the playoffs. It's the seeding that most of us are concerned with.
If our defense continues to play like they have been, and I don't see how this acquisition is going to change things differently, yeah. and Steve Wilkes is still calling plays on the defense, then we're in trouble.
No, Steve's been called.
We really are.
You're going to see a difference there.
I don't care if he's been called out or not. He's still calling defensive plays, and it's not looking pretty right now. It really isn't, because if we lose the next 2 games, then our chances of playoffs are gone.
No, we can show. Actually,
and you know the Buccaneers. You know the Buccaneers are hot. They're no slouch. I know Baker Mayfield's a laughing stock right now, but he's been playing really good ball this year. They put up 35. They put up 35 today.
Against who?
And we've been putting 17 up the last 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, that's okay. So, listen, can we reserve judgment just a little while longer? I just need to see Trent Williams return and solidify at least one side of the line. And Debo.
It's not going to make any inch of a difference. No.
Really?
The way the defense has been playing, absolutely not. No.
I can't run the ball because of the fact that I've got no offensive line making holes. My quarterback's under siege on every throw. So I think it's going to make a difference. I need that shotgun effect out there.
They've learned to take CMC out.
Well, you can't take Debo and CMC out either. See, that's why.
Robo, where's Debo been this whole entire season? I told you he's been on Cam's show more than.
Well, he's been staying in shape.
Existing on the field.
Okay. I mean, he's getting hit with K, got a thing going on, but that's okay. He's still, Debo's got to be rebooted. I'm telling you right now, show. Mark my words. Debo is going to steal the show this come Sunday. Okay, we're going to make a deal right now. If Debo does show out, if he comes in and shows out, you could say, "Oh, Ronbo, you were right." I just want to hear you say that. I guess I went too far in my assessment.
Okay, we'll see.
And if you're right, you get in there. It's like I say, you know what? You were friggin' right. We got our butts beat, and everybody and their family was out there. What are we going to do? I'll even go to that length.
Okay, we'll see. We will see.
Because I know you don't want to see them lose.
I don't know anymore. I don't want to see them lose, but it's looking that way.
Yeah. So we'll see.
The Jaguars are no joke, and we're playing in Duval County.
Oh, God.
Then we're going to be playing in Seattle, and then, then we're going to be playing at home against the Commanders, and then in Seattle. And then
hold up. Listen, we're going to go, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Shout out to everyone. Y'all take care.
Everybody's out here crying already. I got my old sister here show you. Look what you did. You just ruined a good time. The Rams got beat up and the Hawks, and you're in there making me feel bad. I'll see you tomorrow. Show. B-Ham. Where is Q?
Ronbo.
Tell Q I said
Ronbo.
Yeah, when you see him, tell Q, listen, Q, that's 3 and 6. But fam, come on in.
Oh, he know about that 23 debacle they got today.
I didn't believe it.
Ain't got nothing else. But yeah, man, I pulled over real quick to talk to you, Ronbo, man.
All right.
And seems like everybody got the same common enemy in here right now.
and that is Mr. Cool Wilkes, man. Ronbo, he called decent enough football to get us 5-0.
True. We need to remember that.
I don't know where he must have went to a different weed man or something.
He got better stuff in Carolina.
He was definitely in the cloud. But he is a DB coach, man. He really don't know how to produce pressure, man. I want to say Chase Young is going to really help free up Nick Bosa. But at the end of the day, excuse me because I was eating. But at the end of the day, Ronbo, I see what everybody else is saying. If you don't correct these problems that you got with in the trenches with your rush lanes, you feel what I'm saying? We're going to get beat. We got to get these rush lanes because when we get ready to play somebody like Lamar, we're gonna have to have a controlled rush. Yeah. You feel me?
You got to let Tom Noah do what he does. He's got to go back there and do what he does.
And I ears back and just run past him because once you run past him, he's going up the field. So we're gonna have to be able to rush so far and stop and turn and redirect because we know he's gonna try to run. You feel what I'm saying?
He's throwing more this year than usual, but yeah, he'll take off on you if you let him.
The difference in this year compared to last year, honestly, Ronbo, I just had more faith in D'Amico Ryans, knowing that he had that defense pumped up, and I knew he was going to call the defense right. Don't get me wrong. You may make a missed call here and there, but I thought that I was tripping a couple of times when I saw Nick Bosa dropping back in coverage, so I wasn't the only one. You know what I'm saying? No. What in the hell do you got your best pass rusher dropping back in fucking coverage play? It makes no sense at all.
I think
you know what I'm saying?
I think Kyle talked to him about that too.
Yeah, you can't do that. Nick Bosa need to be coming for the quarterback's head every snap of the ball, man. But if he get back to calling plays and that go anywhere near back to what it was these first 5 games, we'll be all right. You know, these boys gonna come back hungry, man. And I think really what the problem is, Ronbo, it ain't the calling of the plays. I don't know if you know how to scheme on defense. That's what I'm really wondering.
That's because we've not seen anything exotic. Everything he does, we've seen, and he plays too soft at coverage. But, Beham, I just want to piggyback on just one thing you just said. The fact of the matter is, do you know Chase is just a larger version of Fred Warner? Do you know he can play in coverage? Remember how they beat us up that year? And Chase was in coverage all the time and still mangling up. He is definitely, I'll bet you, what's his name's got plans for him, and I hope it's not. I still want him up front, though.
Hey, you got to call the defense right. If the defense is firing off the ball and we go to get back there to the quarterback, my confidence level goes back to 100. The Eagles can be beat.
Yeah, they proved that today.
It's not the offense that I'm worried about with the 49ers. It's the defense, and it's the defensive play calling. It got to get fixed. This man is going to be coaching for his job, I really feel like, because you ain't got no excuse now.
I know,
you ain't got no excuse.
You got a defensive man like that?
I feel like that is because we had the same defense last year. Well, you know what? We did have Ebucom, so I could say Ebucom was a little bit different from.
And don't forget about Emmanuel. Those two together were really kind of ridiculous. Ebucom could set that edge as good as anybody in the league. And Emmanuel would be in that backfield in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you know, that caused Nick Bosa to be able to do what he wants. And we ain't got that this year in Drake Jackson and whoever else is over there.
Well, Javon came on with all that money. I don't know what he's doing. He's not doing much, though. We don't see him very often.
Well, maybe it's because we are already behind the chains, man. I don't know, but our team is designed to, with the way we was playing this year, we'll come out, we're gonna score first. Because Kyle seemed to always put a drive together to go down.
First drive, yeah, always scores. Yeah.
And then we'll come out and we play good defense. You feel me? And they're playing that good defense. Got us the ball back, so we can score again.
Yep.
Now, you know, I didn't know we had another player hurt. It was somebody else was hurt other than Trent Williams.
Oh, it's Aaron. It's Banks.
You're right. Right. So you have to think, you know, when people, you know, when we go to losing these games, there's a reason. It's not just Trent gone. You replacing people. And it's a lot of things going on right now.
Timing is affected.
I'm not worried about that. That's gonna get right. You know, long as we don't have nobody out for the season, we're good.
You know?
We got to get this defense together, man. One other thing, and I'm gonna let you go. Ronbo, gonna piss me the hell off.
What's that?
If we get the defense turned around, and the offense and everything is clicking on all cylinders, we get into a tight game where we have to depend on this rookie fucking kicker to go out there and
that's what we could go. I know he is. Oh.
They better get Robbie Gold ass here and just have him on standby. We can't afford to lose because of this kicker. Have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, be having.
Think about it.
Yes, I've thought about it every day. I try not to, but I hear you. All right, fam. I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow. What am I talking about? Yeah. Just say time to play no ball yet. See you tomorrow. Be careful out there, fam. All right.
All right. Now pass the message on to Q when I call home, talk to her.
All right.
All right.
All right, fam. Night be ham. Why Q? Being a Ram fan right now has got to be rough. Because, you know, they're still talking about, y'all ain't won a Super Bowl in a long time since they just won one going on 2 years there, Rudy. Hey. Oh. Hey, Brian.
49ers, red and gold. Still screaming them 49ers till I'm dead and cold.
Yeah.
Saying the name of the 49ers all the way from the Mid-South because the law says, know your damn role and shut your mouth. Ronbo, what's happening, baby?
You know, we're sitting by here having a good time, not having played any ball today. And we've seen a couple other teams we don't really appreciate get their butt beat. And then we've seen a team we don't appreciate that almost helped us out for a change. But no, they're the Cowboys. They're from Dallas. And they're going to do what they do. So everything came out all right except for that. Because now you got the Bengals up. I mean, the Bengals. You got... They're up there at 8-1. Why don't the Eagles up there at 8-1? They're supposed to be 7-2. At least they're still catchable, right? I know we're not supposed to complain about that. Shabazz pointed out something that I'm taking to heart. It is not about your record. You want the Eagles? Let them go 16-1. Now the pressure's so tremendous, they'll burst like a pipe in the playoffs. And he's right. You know what? We can come in there with a 12-5 record and knock them off. If somebody else doesn't knock them off before we get to, well, you know what, Brian, go ahead. What are you thinking? Because about today's results and how that's going to impact and affect us going forward, what do you think?
About three or four things, Ronbo. First of all, you know you can't trust a cow. You can't trust a cowboy to do a man's job.
I used that one earlier too.
Second of all, our main thing, Ronbo. First, we got to win our division.
Yeah.
No matter what, win our division.
When
you win our division, that's gonna supersede that's gonna supersede everything. Now, especially, we got to have a great record in the NFC. Now everybody was on our ass about the 3 losses, but remember, out of the 3 losses, only one of them was an NFC loss. The other 2 were the AFC. Now, not to saying that I wouldn't like for them to, I wouldn't like for us to win those 2, but still, you gotta take the. I guess you just gotta take the good and the bad. But as we saw today, as we saw today when the Cowboys played today, I say, at the end of the day, you gotta execute. You got to execute. You got to make plays. It's all about making plays, Ronbo. And coming off the bye week or whatever, hopefully Steve Wilkes got his head right, whatever. And, hopefully the defense will give us something, hopefully the defense will come out there and be restored to their old ways. But also, Ronbo, somebody need to give Big Show a hug. What do they call that beer? Yeah, a hug and yeah. Give him a hug and.
Well, he represents all of our alter egos. That's why we just let him go. Because a lot of us are thinking some of those same deep, dark thoughts as he is. Because we've been through this every year. I don't have to, waiting for the offseason, Brian, all year for the 49ers to get back out there and redeem themselves after having or pooped in the bed on the end of the season. It is really agonizing. So, I'm thinking, I've entertained some of the thoughts he's thought, but I refuse to go that way because I believe in the 49ers in a way, which at times could be science fiction, but I want to believe it. And like you're saying, the 49ers are probably set now to get themselves together. I want to believe that. I know you do too.
Yeah. Ronbo, at the end of the day, we can't worry about groups like the Cowboy fans. We can't worry about them because we already know what we already established. I was telling somebody at church today, one of my church members, I was like, he had his little Dak Prescott shirt on. He said, I thought it was the Super Bowl. I saw so many of my church members had on Dallas Cowboy. I thought it was the Super Bowl. I was going to say, is it the Super Bowl?
I just wish I could have went to church with you.
Is it the NFC championship already? What? Somebody tell me something. But they all drinking out the same Kool-Aid, Ronbo. They all drinking the same Kool-Aid. They think they actually going to the Super Bowl. But like Stephen A. Smith said, just wait.
Be patient. Be patient.
Be patient.
Brian, how come you didn't pull out your
phone? They're going to let you down every time.
Why did you pull out your phone and show them the scoreboard? Y'all may as well bring your change of shirts.
Yeah, and I had my brother. He texted me on Facebook. He want to talk about. He's stuck on he's drinking out of the three games we lost in a row Kool-Aid, whatever. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm not like I never said that I'm as strong as in math, but I do realize that didn't y'all just lose y'all 3rd game of the year? 3 is 3. It don't matter if it's in a row or all together. 3 is 3.
Or who hasn't put on their name?
So that makes y'all. So I said, what? That makes y'all record identical to us. But you already know that they can't go to the playoffs. They can't even go to the playoffs without our permission, Ronbo. Why?
That's right.
Because they have to come through who? Who? They got to come through us.
Yes,
they got to see us.
Jerry Jones already said it. He knows.
He know it. He know the business. He know the business. But hopefully, Ronbo, like I said, that our defense, we can do we just got to do the little things great. We got to tackle. We got to stop making mistakes. We got to stop putting our offense in bad situations. Our offense, Brock Purdy got to stop turning the ball over. When you do that, you get away from the formula. Get the ball to Ayuk. Get the ball to Debo when he's healthy, and get the ball to Kittle. You get the ball to. He got too many dogs around him to be making mistakes.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable because what's going to happen, Ronbo? Our window can't stay open forever. If we don't cash in this year or next year, they're gonna have to blow it up. We're gonna have the yard sale like the Rams.
See, well, it ain't gonna get that bad. But you know what? We should be defending a Super Bowl championship and going back for number 2 this year. This is why you're right.
Right. Yeah.
That window got slammed on us last year, and my God.
Yeah. And Ronbo tell you the truth, really, it ain't the Eagles we should be worried about. Really, until somebody it's Kansas. Right now, it's Kansas City.
You think so? Because I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now, look out for the Bengals. Kansas City can be beat.
Yeah, I would say Kansas. I'd say until somebody cancels their ticket to the Super Bowl, I would say it's Kansas City. Now
Would you?
Cincinnati, okay, they're concerned. They're concerned. Certain teams are concerned, but other teams, I'm not worried.
No.
Seahawks are concerned. They're concerned, but they're not a worry. You know what I mean?
See, there's a lot of difference too.
Now Philly could be a worry. Philadelphia
yeah.
could be a worry.
Yeah, they're still in there.
Baltimore is a worry. Baltimore right now is
don't
playing
get
good
me
football.
started.
They're
I
worried.
hate playing Lamar Jackson. Man, we got to pull up though. I'm going to be back tomorrow, Brian. And be sure to say hi to all the folks at church next Sunday. Don't remember in case I don't remind you again.
All right, Brother Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful. Shout out to production as always.
Thanks, man.
Ain't a law is finally out.
Good night, Brian. Oh, God.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good one.
You too. I wish I was around a bunch of Cowboys fans running around with that shirt on. Oh, my God. Hey, Jack.
All I gotta say is, man, first of all, it's 5:25 in the morning, so I'm gonna get straight to the point, brother. How you feeling, Ronbo?
Oh, well, I'm feeling great. I mean, you got to watch all the teams I cannot stand to lose. So go right ahead.
Yeah. So the Cowgirls lost, but I'm not even worried about that because listen, we're gonna get Philly's ass, and the Cowboys are gonna come back and get their ass, so it's gonna even stuff up. But I just want to mention this again, guys. Okay, Brock Purdy was concussed in the Vikings game, and then started throwing some type of way. And then he was further concussed when his helmet, like I mentioned the other day, hit the ground really hard when he was hit late, and he grabbed his helmet, and he was throwing some type of way. So pump the brakes also because he didn't have Trent Williams. He didn't have Deebo Samuels. He didn't have Aaron Banks. So his line wasn't even on point, and this guy's seeing stars and stuff, and he's playing because Shanahan did not choose to sit him. So I'm just saying, Ronbo, listen, man, we got a hell of a quarterback and a hell of a team. And it's going to be one hell of a second half because we got Chase Young on the other side of Bosa. Talk to me.
I agree. People went after poor Brock like he'd been playing bad for 15 weeks. I said, y'all need to pump the brakes with all that criticism. And there's a certain people running around and saying that he needs to be taken out. And is it time to switch quarterbacks? What is with that kind of thinking? It's ridiculous. So like you said, I know Brock.
Man.
Let's get him back out there. He's a teachable moments for him. He'll get better. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. And this is what happens on bye weeks. You know what I'm saying? We need to, keep ourselves busy and talk a little trash and do a little this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I went out and got me a brand new British girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I had to let Jackie go, old school Jackie. I remember Jackie when I was in Spain. Because remember, I called, man, that was a few years ago, back when I started all this get down and stuff would go hard and taking over and you remember the WWE days, 2016, 17, but yeah, man, she called in the radio show too. I don't know if it's been a long time, but I got me a new British girlfriend. You know when you get a brand new car or a brand new girlfriend, that's what you do on the bye weeks, guys. You know what I'm saying? You keep yourself busy and feel good. So I'm feeling elated, feel some type of way, and I just want to say, man, this is one hell of a team. It's going to show up the second half. We always show up the second half, Ronbo, and we always hit that championship button. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to win the championship game. That's all I'm worried about, and keep the playoffs running smooth and stay healthy, brother.
That's absolutely all you need. 49ers know what they're doing, and these guys are too polished to be just doo-doo for the rest of the season. I don't believe it.
God bless Pete Carroll and them Seagulls. You know what I'm saying? Because we back in first, baby. Yeah. It's your boy Jack, and I can't wait. I can't wait for Jacksonville. I know they're good, man. I know that they're doing good and all this stuff. But listen, man, I'm telling you, we are going to be ready for this game. I can't wait. And you know what? Even when we got McCaffrey last year, we lost his first game to the Chiefs, and then we just went on a winning streak. You know what I'm saying? Let these boys settle in, Chase Young and Bosa. Let them settle in. It's going to be a goddamn terror, man.
Yeah.
They're going to be – it's like one of them weeks when they played Larry Allen, who was the offensive tackle. They said, the guys used to take a day off and act like they were hurt. The O-line's going to act like they're going to be hurt because they're not going to want to go up against these guys. I'm telling you right now. Stay tuned, fellas, because it's going down.
Sounds like a promo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Always appreciate you.
I'm getting my black coffee in, bro. I'm getting my black coffee in now, bro. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm going to listen to Ronbo Sport and watch the rest of the highlights, baby. Love y'all. Can't wait till Sunday. Let's go.
Back at you, Jack. Enjoy that coffee. I'll see you tomorrow if you got time. All right.
100, baby. 100. Peace.
I do remember Jackie, actually. Hey, Tony, get in here. Atlanta, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening.
Good evening, Tony. Oh, Tony, it'd have been a nice day had you guys won that game, and had Dallas won that game. And I can't believe I said Dallas won that game, and I'd appreciate it because that's never going to happen again, more than likely. But you know what? I watching G.D. and Mr. Everett and Ramelia Sports. And Tony, and you know, it's so funny because when you go to Twitter, like I love to do, Rudy's always got something extremely strange posted up that has really nothing to do with reality and just beat him up. I told you, come back for the. See, I throw him a right. He throws me a weak left. I throw him 2 more rights. So I throw him so many rights, he begs me for a left.
Ronbo,
I love it.
Ronbo, that Packer game, I'm going to be honest. The Ram defense balled their behinds off. They balled their asses off. They only scored 3 points.
Hey, I wonder, what was Stetson? What was Stetson at? What's his name? Stetson what? The Georgia quarterback from last year that's playing on the Rams now? I don't know if they got rid of him or not. Stetson Bennett Jr.
I guess he's riding the bench because they played Rippon, the quarterback from Boise State.
Yeah, I saw
played
him.
Instead of Stafford State.
Yeah. He can't play no ball.
Yeah, they hyping Stepford, whatever his name is.
Stetson Bennett Jr. Yeah. Rudy was talking about how he may have been the steal of the draft. Remember, early on in offseason, Stetson Bennett Jr. may be the steal of the draft. While you guys are still concerned about that quarterback, you don't know if he's going to be okay or not. And also, I want to point out that Rudy also mentioned, quarterback's injured. What's new in Santa Claraville? Now all of a sudden, Stafford's running around with his thumb hurting. See, you got to watch what you say.
Yep. Getting paid all that money. They're throwing picks. But Ronbo, on a serious note, I'm going to be honest, and I'm not depressed. I'm not dejected. My Falcons are nothing more than an 8-9 team. This is the first time I've said that all year.
That's
I had us winning our division at 12-5. Ronbo, I am sick and tired of teams coming back on us. Joshua Dobbs had just reported to Minnesota on Tuesday. He hadn't taken a snap in practice. And you and I both know Joshua Dobbs is good. They were telling him the plays in the huddle on where to go, to the right or to the left. And he made us look like dog meat.
Tony, I didn't know this. I didn't even know. Actually, I didn't even know Joshua Dobbs was over there. I'm watching the highlights. And I said, who is that? Kirk Cousins is hurt. That's Dobbs.
Joshua Dobbs.
I said, didn't they just get him at the trade deadline? So you're right.
Yeah, but their quarterback, their rookie quarterback was supposed to play the guy from BYU that played with our running back Tyler Algier. But Jeff Okudah knocked him out of the game on the first series. So Dobbs had to play without knowing none of the plays.
I didn't see that game until midway through the first quarter. Did he get hurt early in the game?
Yeah, the first series.
Oh!
Dobbs came in.
Came in like
Dobbs
Aaron
came in
Rodgers.
and balled out. Yep, came in and he balled out, Ronbo.
I saw that.
Ronbo, I'm kind of with the fans now. And I've always supported, it's time for Arthur Smith to go, Ronbo. Because his ego gets in the way. We get in the red zone. We kicking field goals. You got Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson. Why is Algier only getting 9 carries and Bijan Robinson only 12 carries?
This is a disease around the NFL with a lot of teams. They don't let the running backs soften things up and set things up. They'd rather keep throwing the ball.
Yep. And how many times have you and I talked about this? That's how we lost our Super Bowl. That's how the Bengals lost their Super Bowl. That's how you guys lost our Super Bowl.
Yep.
In the end, we weren't running the ball.
Yep. And most of the Steel
You
mad
gotta
about
leave.
that. He said something about that last year even.
Yes. Yes. You know, I don't know, Ronbo. I say Taylor Heineke didn't do bad. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Bijan Robinson fumbled once. But our defense,
You got
back-to-back, not good
personnel-wise, you got a
performances.
good D, though. I don't understand.
Yeah, yes, that's true. That's true. But Ronbo, we had the lead. They came back. Dobbs took them down the field like mowing the lawn
I saw
and
that.
scored on us with.
Hey, Tony, there's something about not knowing anything about a quarter, well, not knowing much about a quarterback. He's been over the Arizona Cardinals. Nobody's paying attention to the Cardinals. They just didn't know how to react to him.
But yeah, when you got a running quarterback, what do we always say? Defensive end, stay the hell outside. If he beats you inside, let him go. You got help inside.
You got help in the middle, yeah.
Don't let him get outside. And they let him get outside.
And Dobbs can run. I had no idea he could run like that.
If Minnesota's smart, they'll let Kirk Cousins walk so they ain't got to pay him and make Dobbs their starting quarterback. Because he's a journeyman, but you saw him in Arizona. He's got it. He's got it, man.
He's a hard nose. I didn't know. I hadn't seen him. We hadn't seen him. Dobbs was drafted in what year?
2020, 2019, 2020.
And
like
then
the 4th or 5th round by the Steelers.
Right, and then he fell off the map. Steelers didn't use him.
Went to Tennessee as a journeyman, and then he ended up with Arizona. So he's a young veteran, Ronbo. It just took some time to develop, but that man has developed. He's there now.
He looks poised, and he's accurate. He'll run the ball, and he runs the ball in intelligent times, unlike that fellow over in Buffalo that goes by the name of Josh. Tony, what do you think about Josh Allen at this point? I mean, you know what? Josh Allen gets way too much love. I said, you know what? If he was playing with
Ronbo,
the
he's got
49ers,
a cannon, though.
I know, but
Allen, his problem is like with Lamar Jackson. He wants to do it all himself. Dude, you got Dalvin Cook's brother. Run him. Don't run yourself.
Wait. That's Dalvin Cook's brother. No wonder I thought it was Dalvin Cook. Him and his brother could be twins. They showed him on the camera.
His brother out of Georgia. Yeah, out of Georgia. Yeah. But you're only getting 5 or 6 carries. You can't do nothing with 5 or 6 carries.
They said
That's why I'm mad about my Falcons. Tyler Algier was one of 2 rookie running backs last year to get 1,000 yards.
Run the
Today,
damn
Ronbo,
ball.
he only had 9 carries.
That makes no sense.
And we had the lead. No.
Did you see Miami? And you see, I mean, the Dolphins came
I
back, and that was on the strength of run the ball. They're already ready for Tua to throw the ball on every possession. They got Tyreek Hill covered, fam. What are you doing? Run the ball. Look at Mostert now. Run the ball.
Did you see KC's defensive game plan? Tyreek Hill was getting hit coming off the line of scrimmage.
That's all you got to do.
Yes. You see how he got slowed down?
Yeah.
And then the timing was off when they did go deep. He couldn't get it because the timing was off.
And they
you got to hit him.
They did. And they almost broke Waddle's leg. So, you know, that's what you play the Dolphins. You play them hardcore, physical, mean football. And it just takes them all out.
Yeah, don't like like I say about Kelsey. Don't let Kelsey and Tyreek Hill run free. Hit him off the line of screen. You got that 5-yard radius. Hit him in his mouth. And then
Kelsey,
cover him and run with him and double him.
And you're right, too, because Kelsey, he is not hard. So, you know, Kelsey's that kind of guy that doesn't want to block, too. Kelsey's just a glorified wide receiver. So, you know.
Exactly. But on a good note, I know you wanted the Cowboys to win, but I'm glad they lost.
I am, too, actually, but, you know.
I know they got more coming. They got more losses coming. They still got to play. I still think Buffalo's going to beat them. Miami's going to beat them. Washington's going to beat them. Philly's going to beat them another time.
Tony, Miami's not going to beat them, though. Because the Cowboys are too physical for Miami. I don't know what the Dolphins are going to do, but they're going to have to get tough if they plan on going to the playoffs, or they're going to get taken out in the first round.
I still think Buffalo's going to win that division. I know you don't. I still think they're going to win that division.
Buffalo wins that division?
I still think so.
Wait a minute. What is the record right now with the Jets? This is just a long shot. Have they won 4 games yet?
The Jets are either 4-4. They play tomorrow. I know Buffalo's 5-4. I think the Jets are either 3-4 or 4-4. I don't know if they had their bye yet.
I'm telling you, Tony, the Jets defense ain't no joke. And all of a sudden, Zach Wilson is playing decent football. You know what?
Yep.
And they already got a running back. Got good receivers. They got Robert Saleh. He's not a bad coach.
I
They're
like their
making the
running back,
playoffs.
Bryce Hall. I like him. The rookie from last year, I like him a lot.
They got
He takes it to the house, too.
Yeah, they got a team. It's just, could Zach hold up his end at that position? And he's coming around. Aaron must be talking to him and tutoring and coaching him like crazy. I seen him make a few throws. I said, look at Zach. That was a brilliant shot. Maybe.
Yep. But in Cleveland won today. Cleveland doing good. Deshaun Watson is back. They shut out Arizona today. So
See, that ain't saying nothing now, though. So let's see what they look like next week. Because, I mean, they're in a division where they got Burrows, and Lamar has lost his mind. Man, I don't know.
yeah, but on the flip side too, Ronbo, me, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Los Angeles Chargers are the same team. A lot of good players. They got a couple more stars. Good players on offense and defense, but inconsistent and underachievers. They're mirror images of each other.
Well, like you said, you want your head coach to leave, and the Chargers head coach should have left a couple of years ago. So, you know.
Yeah.
Tony,
yeah.
Go ahead, because we got to go, but you had something. Go ahead.
This is the first time I said this about Arthur Smith. I've been nothing but supportive of him, but it's time to go. It's time. And Ronbo, I told you guys are going to be in good shape. And Gene D, Seattle fans, what were y'all saying last week? We're the first place Seahawks. I told y'all that was a technicality because of the bye. He only scored 3 points.
I mean, even as a 49er fan, knowing I'm going to play Lamar and company, I wouldn't have been saying nothing. Had the situation been switched, I ain't saying nothing. Man.
Ronbo, they hit him in the mouth. That undrafted free agent out of East Carolina who I like. I forgot the kid. Oh,
that little running back?
His name is Keith. The running back.
Yeah,
He had 134 yards on 9 carries against Seattle.
God, every time he got the ball, I said, oh, my God. And the first thing I did start worrying about my guys. How fast is he? And then I've looked him up. Ooh, he's a 4.3 guy. Oh.
Yeah, Ronbo. I remember him in college. I wanted us to sign him, Keaton. He was one of the running backs coming out of college.
Tony, I'll be back tomorrow. What?
And I guess the Seahawks still can't stop the run, huh, Ronbo?
Not even a little bit. You don't need to be fast. Just give him the ball.
Ronbo, they was running right at them. They wasn't triggering them. They wasn't running. They was running right up the middle on them. It reminded me of last year.
The reflexes, ain't nobody got none on that defensive front. Tony, I'll see you tomorrow. Always a pleasure. You all right? You'll be all right.
I'll see you tomorrow, Ronbo. And Texas boy, we know you listening. I told you were going to hide, just like my team lost. I'm not hiding, but you're hiding, Texas boy. But we know you're watching. Your Cowboys are ass. And Ronbo, when you play Seattle, run the ball at them and get Jordan Mason 15 carries and watch what happens.
I got most of the carries between Jordan Mason. And don't even let me get started. I mean, I got to put CMC out there on him for a little while just to embarrass him on one of them big highlight plays. Yeah! Hey, Tony, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and Geno's throwing more picks now. He's getting up there with Dak and Stafford and all them.
It's only a matter of time.
It's starting to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pressure.
I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
All right, Tony. Have a good night. Oh, what a wonderful Sunday. As I say, where's Miss Everett? Oh, there she is, Jim Everett. Jordan Mason wants out of San Francisco. Well, I thought Gene D had something to say, too. Yes, keep talking. It's a wonderful thing. I've seen Ramia make an appearance in here, too, saying absolutely nothing. You know, I like it. Most of those guys are talking loud and they're not saying anything. Damn, I'm going to see you tomorrow. And let's see what Kyle says. I think he's having a press conference tomorrow. And see what Kyle has to say. and we'll go from there. Meantime, hey, don't forget to subscribe. Stay with me. And hit like. Appreciate the contributions tonight, fam, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.